Board of County Commissioners now in session. We'll have the prayer followed with the pledge. Heavenly Father, we ask you this morning to touch the county commissioners and make the right decision, Lord. We ask you to touch the orphans. They need nowhere to bark. And Lord, we just ask you to keep your hand on all the soldier men. We ask this in the mighty name of Jesus. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Good morning, everyone.
Good morning.
We have the minutes.
So moved.
Have a motion second on the floor. All in favor? Motion carries. We have approval of the bills.
So moved.
Second.
Hold on, let me ask you something.
Yes, sir.
That bill for Sacred Heart, what that for, Michael?
Oh, that's a bill, I talked to Aaron about that before. That's a bill we pay for anyone from the county that goes over there and uses their services, they bill us back a certain percentage.
Isn't that through the HICRA?
Yes, it's a required funding that any hospital, any out of the county medical provider commissioner who serves a county resident, provides service to county residents, is entitled to ask the county to reimburse them for that. There's a set amount of money that we have to provide in the budget, and that money is on a first come first basis for qualified people who get service outside the county.
Yeah.
So it could have been Bay Medical, it could have been anybody.
Anyway, especially once you use your address when you go there for services.
Okay, so we're getting the money.
Yes, we're paying them that money for that service that they did to that person. But we're not giving them money outside of service they actually provided yet.
There's a cap on how much we have to pay for the whole.
All right, I have a motion and a second on the floor. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries. Have department head this morning, Mr. Howard Neighbor.
Morning, Commissioner. How y'all doing?
All right, how you doing,
I've
Howard?
had up for the board this morning. So.
Anybody have anything for Howard? Thank you, Howard.
I'm good.
Mr. Fonda Davis, solid waste. I will just let you know that park at East Point looks good.
Thank you, thank you.
That's nice, I appreciate it.
Okay. How you commissioners doing this morning?
Doing
All
good,
right,
Fonda.
Good. I have a couple items I just want to run by you, a few items. The first one is the doing walkovers in Alligator Point. The handout I give you, if you would look on, please, on the third page, fourth page, fifth page, you'll see that one walkover on Chip Morrison is in bad shape, and the residents are calling, and we replaced it in-house ourselves at one time, and this is what we got now. But anyway, the conservation group went out and got this estimate and looked at it and told us what we need to do. So I would just like to get this replaced. This one here, start with this one before we move any further on the rest of them. And if it's okay with the board, I think it's like $4,000, a little bit better than $4,000 once you add the admin cost in it.
That means, who over it?
The Conservation Corps is, I see Miss Betty Webb is here with the group.
You have a.
You got it?
Yes, sir, go ahead.
You got it in your budget?
Yeah,
I mean, they're coming out of your
the
budget.
repair and maintenance, either way, you know,
How you want to pay for it?
well, if TDC would help, that would be great.
They don't know if they've got any money though.
Right, okay. We can,
Yeah.
sure, I mean, we can find it in the budget on the repair and maintenance. I just hate for someone to get hurt. But you can, as you can see on this
Yeah,
one,
this is completely gone.
right,
That first.
And it's just the one walkover you're talking about?
for right now,
Okay.
yes.
Well, I make a motion, you fix it, ask TDC if they got the money, if they ain't got it, take it out of you.
I'll second that.
All right, I have a motion
all right.
second on the floor to redo the walkover at Alligator Point. All in favor?
All right.
All opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you. Next item is that, in the trucks, we have about 12 trucks. I would like to put a tracking system in. And what the tracking system for is for, in the case of a storm, when we have to report on where we at and what we picked up, this system would take care of that. And not only just for FEMA, but, you know, if anything, it cuts down on the waste of fuel, or if, you know, we get a call saying where we're somewhere we don't supposed to be, we can go back to this and pull a report and show everything.
Have you did a cost estimate of how much it would be?
Yes, ma'am. For the 12 trucks that I would like to have done, it would be about $3,000 annually.
That's gonna run across the computer at the shop.
Yes, yes.
So moved.
Yes, sir.
Is that in your budget or what?
Yes, yes. We talked about it last year and discussed it a little bit.
Okay.
All right, I have a motion second on the floor. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries.
Thanks, Commissioner. Number 3, the space at the landfill. Waste Pro called area supervisor Greg James called wanting to use small space at the landfill to set up an office. They would bring their own mobile unit in. So I just need to.
Do you have space for them?
Yes, ma'am. In the back, right next to it, the trailer that we use for employee lounge, they could tap in close to it.
He gonna pay? Is he gonna pay?
I think they are willing to pay.
All right.
Michael checked into what I think they're paying now. Yeah, I think it's like $900. Is that correct, Michael?
Well, what I did, I checked where they are at now. Actually, Mr. Cooper was volunteered some information what the hospital pays per square foot at that little strip mall over in East Point. 60 cents per square foot. I can't remember the numbers I gave you.
Okay.
So what we're trying to do is make it a comparative number, you know, that they would use out by
But
on
the
our
main-
property and charge them roughly the same amount.
Yeah, the main thing would be to put it in a place to where it would not disrupt the goings on of the landfill and endanger anybody. See what I'm saying?
Yes, ma'am.
Because people be using it to pay their bills, right, and all that. I mean, that's what they do over there at the strip mall.
Yes.
Would they?
Yeah. I don't know if that's just a headquarter office.
I mean, that's
not
what they're
in the
doing,
strip
I mean,
mall.
that's what their office does over there at the strip mall.
Oh, okay. I see what
So,
you're saying.
So
you
we
see what
have-
I'm saying?
Right.
Wait a minute now, so wouldn't that increase traffic?
That's what I'm saying.
Yes, that's,
Yeah,
yeah.
is that what they're planning on using it for, did they say?
I thought it was just for the employees to have somewhere, even their trucks, they still want to haul them to their shop in Duff County. But I could clear that up.
Yeah.
Clear it up with them, you know, I don't have no problem with it, but clear it up with them and because I'm gonna tell you, if we get the public out there with traffic in there, it's gonna be a bad situation
Yeah,
for
we don't-
liability.
Yeah, we don't want the public
Clear it up with them, Fonda, and
Okay.
find
Okay.
out.
Will do.
Okay.
Thanks. And just FYI here, the used oil will now being charged 90 cents a gallon for just oil. And if it has any water, we're going to $1.25 a gallon. So I don't know how long that will last. In the past, we have been charged and it drops off. They'll pay us or either sometime they come get it for free. It breaks even. But right now, it's charging us 90 cents a gallon. And that's in the hazardous waste. So to get it any worse, we may have to start, you know, putting that charge on the residents that bring it in.
Right now, we run that service for free. If people bring in hazardous waste, we collect the oil for free. And it wasn't a cost for us to get rid of it, but now apparently it's going to be a cost.
That's
Yeah.
correct.
Yeah.
But if it's minor right now, it's still better for us to collect it than people to dispose of it illegally in the woods with it.
Right. And playground at Broom Park is installed, as Commissioner mentioned when I first got up. I left the contractors putting the pole shed up, which is going to be used for the pavilion. It's 24 by 36, so that should be installed today.
It looks good. I stopped by there this morning. It looks good.
Okay, and that's all I have for you, Commissioner.
Anybody got anything for Fonda?
Yeah, I've read something about you over there at East Point, I'm at the Carabel, where they gonna fix that project out there with the leak in the electric.
Oh, the beach.
Yeah.
It's a county park, it's a county bathroom, yes.
Yeah.
No, but I read where the bids wasn't all the way there.
When the county, when we first did it, we had, the TDC paid for some money to have some architectural drawings done in 2014, I think it was. At that time, we had just had the roof repaired by a roofing contract, but just a repair. And so the plans that we had done did not include any additional roof work because we thought the roof, basically had somebody go up there and patch the roof. The patch didn't hold. So the issue is now the plans that we had drawn were not complete for what the work needs to be done now because the patch didn't work. And so we need to have the roof incorporated into the repair plans.
I got a guy's gonna give me a bid on it this week.
Right, but we need
So
to-
what do we need to do, Alan?
Well, we need to get the plans. See, we need to be fair to everybody. We go out for bid.
Yeah, but I'm
to
saying
repair
I got one that to give us the last time. I got the whole package, the big plans you gave me the last time.
Right, but see, those don't have the detail on the roof.
Right.
That's what we need to get done.
Yeah, the two things. I talked to Mr. Duck, I'll just go ahead and do number 6 on my report. At the last meeting, when you guys mentioned to proceed with the bid process for the Carabel Beach Park bathrooms, while reviewing the plans, staff realized that neither the roof nor any electrical upgrades were included in the plans. I contacted Mr. Doug Schuler, which is the architect, who explained that those items were not part of the original request. Board action is needed to authorize Mr. Schuler to amend the plans to include repairs to the roof and any electrical upgrades that are needed. Basically, he needs to go back, revisit the site, let us know, okay, now I need to do this for the roof, do this for the electrical, because it's been leaking. We all know that it's been leaking into the electrical, into the lights, so forth. And then come back with a new set of plans, and those we can bid out.
So you want us to do board action to incorporate the roof and electrical?
Yes, just allow Mr. Schuler to go back out there and amend the plans as needed.
Okay, I'll make a motion to allow Mr. Schuler to amend the plan to show the roof and electrical.
And then we'll do the whole thing.
And then you bring us the
Then
whole
we,
thing.
then we bid out the whole
That's my motion.
project, as you guys already motioned to.
Second.
Second. I have a motion second on the floor. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carried. There was some of that stuff on there he had that needed to be replaced, remember? That on the plans?
I'm sure there are, but I know, because we thought we had the roof fixed, we said, don't do anything about the roof,
Yeah.
and now we realize. we
But
didn't.
some of that stuff, he don't need to put in there, he can take out, and put it towards the roof and the electrical,
Okay.
because of some of that, it was already been replaced.
Okay, we'll have him, let's have him go
Well, I-
revisit the site.
Yes, sir. Once he does submit the new sets of plans, we can compare them ourselves and say,
Right.
well, you know, we still disagree with this or that, and
Okay.
then we could bid it out
Okay.
after you guys look at the plans.
I'd like to keep this moving though.
Oh, it's going, it's on the way.
Yeah, it shouldn't take him too long. I'll let him know how you got it.
Okay.
Okay, last, I want to mention that the bathroom at Class Laura is in working condition right now.
It looks good, I went by there.
Yeah, they did a good job on
They're doing a real good job
it.
on
Right.
it.
Okay, that's it.
Thank you.
Thank you all.
Keep up the good work.
All right.
Miss Pam here today?
I
No,
know
she's,
she had a procedure,
no, I'm sorry, she called me, I forgot. She called, she's out, she had that surgery done.
but she still want us to do that item on her report?
Yeah.
Did she say?
Yeah, I think she had an item on hers.
There's action one, request the board approval. And signing of the contract for the residential construction mitigation contractor. I attached a copy of that contract to your electronic packet.
One question, one question
Yes,
real
sir.
quick. Mr. Schuler, you've looked over this contract? You've looked over the contract?
Yes, sir, I've looked over this contract for VOC, and I also looked over the tracking contract for Mr. Davis that the board had addressed earlier and made some recommended changes to them. I've not heard any response back from the contractor objecting to the changes, so I'm assuming everything's been agreed to.
Okay.
So moved.
Got a motion, need a second? Second. Have a motion second on the floor, all in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries.
Everything else on her report is informational items.
Let me just add one thing, though, the board asked for the LMS, local mitigation strategy, to be included. The East Point lift station to be included, that was included, was adopted by the strategy, sent to the state of Florida. The state of Florida approved the plan. We then give all the information to the Dewberry consultants who are assisting Mr. Schuler in finding some funding sources to repair the lift station. So we've done our part on our end.
Mr. Eric Lovestrand.
Good morning, Commissioners.
Good morning.
I do have one item that I would like to seek board approval on to be able to move forward. Pains me to say it, but the County Extension Office will actually need to be advertising for our Office Manager Program Assistant position. Ms. Jamie Johnson, who has been in that position for a year and a half with us and done exemplary work, has been offered a position with the K-12 county school as an administrative assistant in their front office, and she's had a long time desire to work with the school system, so she's going to take on that challenge and move to that position. And I just would like to get approval to go ahead and start our process to put an ad in the paper and get that position advertised.
So moved, Mr. Chairman.
Second.
Have a motion second on the floor. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries.
Thank you. She's done great work for us and really helped me in this kind of early stage of me being in this position. And we're sad to lose her in the Extension Office, but the county school system will be gaining an asset that will really be helpful to what they need there.
Jamie's a good girl.
Yes,
She is, yes. That's all of the action that I needed from you this morning.
Any questions? Yes, sir.
Can you give us an update on the Eagle Nest?
Okay. I put a little note in the report about involvement that I had in an effort to try to actually repatriate an eaglet, a baby eagle, that was in a nest that blew down over on St. George Island. It was on the state property that they call Unit 4 at about 9th Street East. And that nest blew down because it was in a dead pine tree, because those eagles actually took over an osprey nest that had been built in that tree. Typically, eagles will nest in live pine trees. And I got a call from that storm that went through on the 22nd, early in Friday morning of the 22nd. It was pretty narrow, but it was intense, and it blew that tree down completely. 2 chicks that were in the nest were on the ground, and they were taken to the Wakulla rehab facility and then sent straight to Pensacola for rehab work over there. There's an eagle specialist there, and they have foster parents that can deal with chicks like this if they need to. And one chick had a fractured femur and a wing fracture, so that chick had to stay there. But the Fish and Wildlife Service and other partners were interested in trying to put the one healthy chick back into the nest. So I called somebody that I knew at Duke Energy, and they put me in touch with their area supervisor out of the Odina office, and they actually committed a bucket truck and linemen, and their public relations manager was out there. DEP, Fish and Wildlife Service, FWC, our extension office, and other folks, the neighbors in fact, that knew the nest blew down. Really a big partnering effort to try to make it happen. Duke put a platform back in the tree, about 50 feet off the ground. It was pretty amazing. They rebuilt the nest structure up there, and the chick was driven back early on Thursday morning of last week to make this happen by Dorothy Kaufman over in Pensacola. She's the eagle person over there. And they put the chick back on the nest. Unfortunately, parents did not show up within the time frame that they had to leave the chick up there. They couldn't leave it up there overnight or for a long period without care. So Duke retrieved that chick just at dark that evening, and it went back to Pensacola with its nestmate, or it will probably be raised by foster parents over there. Once it didn't work, they just weren't willing to try that again, because the chick had a tough time being up there all afternoon in that kind of cool, wet, damp day we had on Thursday, and they needed to take it back.
Mr. Chairman, this is a wonderful example of the state agencies cooperating with us locally and Duke Energy also.
Absolutely.
Community effort. And thank you for what you do.
You need
You're
to
welcome.
send them a letter.
Yes, I have. We actually had put together a story, so we would have one story to tell from all of the agencies that were involved. And I have a draft of that I need to work on and revise a little bit, but I'd like to get that out and tell that story, because it was really a great partnering effort, and it was pulled together in a really quick time frame too.
Thanks.
Yes, sir.
Anybody else have anything for Eric?
Thank you,
Eric.
Commissioners.
Miss Ann Birchwell, Library.
Good morning, Commissioners.
Good morning.
You have your report, my report in front of you. I just want to highlight a few things. This week from February 1st through the 6th, parents can sign up their students for the Music as a Second Language for youth ages 10 to 17. This program was brought to the library through the generosity of Rock by the Sea, a nonprofit local organization. And now I play along too. After the week sign-up, the prospective students and their parents will be contacted for an interview to explain the selection process because of the limited instruments that we do have. Also this week, AARP free tax assistance has begun, Mondays at the East Point branch and Thursdays at the Carabel branch from 1 to 5. People can sign up for a time slot, and we need more people to sign up. Yesterday, we only had one person come for that. On Saturday, February 6th, at the Carabel branch, Franklin Correctional Institution will be holding a job fair from 10 to 2 to fill 44 positions that are available. They will be hosting a job fair at the East Point branch on Tuesday, February 9th from 9:30 to 3:30. You can call the library for documentation that you might need for this. On Monday, February 29th, the staff of both libraries will be attending a staff development day at the Wakulla Library, and this will be for library security steps, so the library will be closed on that day. And it's not in your report, but Miss Audrey Strange has begun working at the Carabel branch as our new permanent part-time person.
Anybody have
I
anything
have
to
a
say?
question. How many students could get the music instruments and lessons?
How many students could there be?
Yeah, because of the...
Limited students. Well, we have 4 acoustic guitars. We have 2 electric guitars, 2 bass guitars, 4 drums, I believe. So that would be, and then we have 4 keyboards. So it's a very limited number, but we can put them on a waiting list.
And what's the response so far? Do they just-
I will find out today, because it just started yesterday.
Okay, great. Thanks.
We're excited, though.
Anybody have anything from Ms. Ann?
How long the student got to take that lesson?
It'll be for 24 weeks, 4 months, and at the end of that time, they'll do a little recital, and it'll be for their peers and for the group Rock by the Sea and Melodyne, and then they get to keep their instruments. So that's their reward.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Ann. Mr. Lewis, Green? Do you want, Mr. Lewis, how long are you gonna, come on up?
Were you saying something to me, sir?
Yeah, go ahead, Michael answered me.
Okay.
I'm Brandon, senior, Franklin County SWAT Council, Student Council.
I'm Chanel, senior at Franklin County School, and I'm an executive board of SWAT.
My name's Tyler Howard. I'm a junior, and I'm on the executive board of SWAT.
My name's Kalen Wilson. I'm a junior on the executive board of SWAT.
My name is Tia Cummings, and I'm a junior, and I go to Franklin County High School, and I'm on the executive board of SWAT.
My name is Valletta Davis. I go to Franklin County School, and I'm in the executive council of SWAT, and I'm a senior.
My name is Kendrick Hunter. I'm on the SWAT executive board, and I'm a senior at Franklin County SWAT School.
My name is Connor Smith. I'm in the 11th grade, and I am on the executive board of SWAT.
And on behalf of Franklin County SWAT, we'd like to dedicate this certificate of appreciation to you guys for helping us make this county more tobacco-free. Thank you.
Thank you. Okay.
We'll be delighted if we see it on the wall somewhere too, you know what I'm saying, at the courthouse.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Well, we got a place for it up front.
Thank you.
Thank y'all.
Thank you.
Mr. Mike Cooper.
Morning, Commissioners. Sorry, this was kind of an unplanned thing until last week. But since we're going to talk about EMS, it's kind of an EMS agenda. First of all, I wanted to introduce our new EMS director, which I alluded to last time I was here. Jared Wester started yesterday, got off to a very rough start as he was just out and responded to the issue that we had at the prison yesterday. So he got indoctrinated very quickly. Also wanted to report that last week the state did their annual survey of our service and vehicles, and we passed with flying colors. So that is off the table for a while. But the main reason that I'm here is last week we were also notified that the state has adopted a number of additional regulations pertaining to ambulances. So many so that the construction cost of ambulances has gone up about $42,000. Now these regulations, even though they are supposed to be in force right now, they are not citing any services for the time being. However, they will be doing so in 2018. And at that point, any ambulance that was constructed in 2015 or beyond will have to be brought up to code. As the ambulance that we've ordered is currently in production, we have some choices. We can either go ahead and do those things that they've requested, again at $42,500, I think it is. We can do some of them, or we can do none of them. And the recommendation that we're making is to do the things that would create, if we went to retrofit them, would create more expense by having to deconstruct and then reconstruct. The biggest expense is a new mandated lift system that actually lifts the stretcher into the truck. And that is a $28,000 upgrade. So that's the one that we're saying, let's not do that right now. Let's wait till 2018 because we think there may be some grant funds that will allow services to bring their trucks up to code. So let's not do that one, but the things that go on behind the walls of the ambulance, the wirings and the outlets and the seat belts, all the seat belts have to be upgraded to NASCAR seat belts. So let's get those types of things done now, and that cost will probably be around $12,000, $13,000. But let's save the $28,000 until we actually have to do it. It's not a patient safety issue or anything like that to have that lift. It's more for the convenience of the team and actually raising the patient into the truck. So right now our ambulance has been pulled off the line until we make a decision on what we want to do. So.
That's mandatory, right?
All of it will be mandatory in 2018, yes.
And how do you want to pay for it?
Well, the ambulance was approved by the county to come from the county funds, so that's why I'm here.
Mike, if I might, Mr. Chairman?
Yes, sir.
So you're saying that the lift part can be done without tearing the ambulance apart?
Right.
That's on the exterior, basically, and that can be done at a later time. We're hoping to get grant money for that. With that said, I'd move forward and make the other changes that we need to make, rather than tear the ambulances apart and try to put these pieces in 2 years from now and then put the ambulance back together. Normally, when you tear stuff apart like that, it don't go back together the way it should. It squeaks, it rattles. So that needs to be done during the construction process, I believe. And I'd like to make a motion we move forward in that direction as you've recommended.
Second.
Have a motion second on the floor. All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion carries.
How many you got to do, Mike?
Well, that was going to be my last comment. We will only have 2 ambulances that will meet that, have to meet these codes. The one we just got on the grant that got here in September, we will have to go back and retrofit it in 2 years. But this one is the only other one, the one that's on production right now.
And the other ones can be grandfathered in?
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
Just the 2 new ones.
yeah, just the 2 new ones.
Okay.
All right.
It could be worse, I guess.
Well, again, this is going to affect every ambulance in the state, and, I mean, the expenses will be enormous statewide, so that's why I say we're really expecting that the state's going to have to put some money up to help particularly small services to upgrade their fleet. Otherwise, it will be devastating, so that's
Well,
why we think some money will be available.
And that's a good point to bring up, Mr. Cooper, because we've got some of the commissioners going to Tallahassee tomorrow to meet with some of the legislators. So this is an issue that you all need to bring to their attention, that, you know, to help smaller counties with the funding to do these retrofit. And I won't be able to attend, but anyway, to do this, because like with everything, we ask our legislators to help us at the state level when we can no longer help ourselves.
Yes, sir.
Mr. Chairman, and what agency funded our ambulance?
It was Department of Emergency Management.
Gotcha, okay.
Mr. Chairman, if I might.
Yes, sir.
I'd like to welcome our new EMS director to Franklin County. And tell us a little bit about the chase vehicle that you've implemented into the program.
Absolutely. Good morning, Commissioners. And very excited to be here. First off, let me thank you all and the county as a whole for the warm welcome my family and I have received. It's been phenomenal. I can't thank you enough for the hospitality. We found a place to live already, and we're moved into the community, and very happy. We've been very fortunate. The new chase vehicle that we put into place, we were able to purchase that through a lot of generosity through the St. George Island Fire Department. We've restickered that. We're going to make that into an ALS, Advanced Life Support Chase Unit, that I'll currently be staffing, and we will have some future plans to roll maybe a captain into that, to keep that vehicle on the road 24/7. That's going to give us the ability to have a first response unit anytime that we have an ambulance tied up, need another unit quicker to get to a place, or even have something that's a little less accessible by ambulance due to road conditions or what have you. We're going to have the ability to do a lot more with that. It really extends our range and our capability. It'll put a paramedic on the scene a lot faster in a lot of places. So it's really going to up our service and up our level of care to the citizens. We're really excited about that. And thank you so
Jerry,
much again.
Let me ask you a question. Did you come from Okaloosa County?
No, ma'am.
Where'd you come from?
Originally from Port St. Joe. I
Port St.
graduated
Joe.
Port St. Joe High.
But have you worked in Okaloosa?
No, ma'am.
What counties have you worked in?
I've been I started out over in Gulf County. That's where I started out my career. I ended up up in Calhoun County. So rural EMS is all
You
of
look
it.
familiar. That's the reason why I kept on asking these little questions.
Gotcha. I started out over in Gulf County and did most of my career over there. Moved up to Calhoun County where I was a supervisor and finished up there. And then did a little bit of time doing some Life Flight services as well.
Oh, you do Life Flight
Yes,
services
ma'am.
too?
Yes,
Well,
ma'am.
That's a plus, isn't it?
It's
Yes, sir.
stretches the mind a little bit and kind of puts some critical thinking skills in there. So, but again, thank you all so very much and the community as a whole for welcoming us in. It's been fantastic.
Glad to have you.
Thank you very much.
Mr. Chairman?
Yes, sir.
You said there was an incident at the prison yesterday?
We did. We had a call out of the prison yesterday, again, without, breaching the HIPAA violations and getting all of the patient-sensitive information. We had an incident that required a few extra hands. It was a trauma that also turned into a cardiac arrest with a patient out in that area. It was great because I was on the road already, and that's the idea behind the chase vehicle, is to be on the road and be mobile, to keep it close by. Our ambulance was there, actually beat me there, so they were very quick to get on scene coming in from Lanark. But I was able to jump in behind them and actually jump on the truck and ride it back into the hospital. An extra paramedic in the back does wonders. When we put our driver up front and 2 paramedics in the back, that ups the level of service by double. As you can imagine, especially with a cardiac arrest situation like that, trying to do compressions, ventilations, all the medications that needed to be pushed, having that extra set of hands, which is a resource in a community of our size and a county of our size, is huge. So that's been very beneficial even on day one.
Y'all done a good job. It's just a sad situation.
Well, the sky's the limit for the future. I mean, I really feel like we've got a great base right now, and looking forward to the future and a lot of good expansions. We've got some great ideas. I've got a fantastic staff that are willing to make some good changes here in the next little bit, and we're gonna see some great things happen with EMS. Sure you.
Appreciate your enthusiasm.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Anything else?